Hey everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I have a very diverse list, so bear with me as I kind of hop around a bit. First things first is our street work, and I know people are getting antsy this time of year, and to be honest with you, I'm antsy, and I think the street department's antsy. I think we're all hoping for these streets to wrap up, and I'm glad to report that the 12th street work is done. We've put the signs in the ground, done the landscaping, so we're set to go there. The milling and overlaying of West Spalding Street from North Church to the bridge where Silver Creek is, that is scheduled to happen the week of October 4th. We have one other mill and overlay we're hoping to do on 4th Street, and then we'll bring the paver in one more time and kind of shore up all the work over by South 3rd and Hart Street. So the end is in sight. Thank you for your patience, and we're getting there. On the interurban trailhead, so the sidewalk is done. I think next week the paver will come in and put some concrete pavement in behind the sidewalk, and then our street crews will prep that site for parking lot. And then we'll have the paver come in and do that. And then we'll finally button that one up as well. And that one's been years in the making. I think I may have been on the city council when we applied for the grant to fund this. So it's an exciting project and one I know a lot of people have been waiting for. On the city budget front, I mean, I have been, chugging away at my desk on the city budget, and it's honestly something I really enjoy doing. I acknowledge most people don't. I looked yesterday, there's like nearly 1,200 lines in our budget, and I will read every single one of those between now and next week. And then we'll be able to provide some kind of polls to you guys on Facebook. So watch for those polls next week. They're completely hypothetical situations, but it does help us kind of understand where, if you kind of had these last few dollars to spend, where you would want to see them spent. And then we're going to do 2 listening sessions for the budget. They're both 30 minutes apiece. We're going to do them on October 7th. One from 12 to 12:30 is completely virtual, and then one from 5 to 5:30 that's virtual and in the council chambers. And I don't present anything. I have no pre-canned talking points. I just want to hear your feedback on what you want to see in the budget, or what you see is in the budget that I presented that you would like to comment on. So with that, I will be presenting the budget to the Finance Committee on October 5th at 5:30. You can attend virtual or in person. That's really where you get the high level kind of big picture overview of what I present to the Finance Committee. Update on redistricting. You've probably seen in the news, we did get both of the counties' tentative redistricting plans. We started working through Jefferson counties earlier this week, and we started working through Dodge counties, but we'll work with them more closely next week. And then we'll get those to our Committee of the Whole meeting on October 5th. So if redistricting is of importance to you, October 5th is the date that you're going to want to mark down. And I think we're doing that at 6:15. And then October, I think 19th, but don't hold me to that one, will be the day that we have discussion and hopefully approval of those plans. PFOS is something that if you're in the water, wastewater world, you've probably heard something about, or kind of if you're an environmentalist, you maybe know something about, but it's something that really is impacting municipalities and our business community and our manufacturers. So we've been tracking it for a couple of years here. We're finally to a point where we think it's time to educate our elected state officials on what those impacts for us as a city are and to our business community. So we'll be doing that next week. And depending upon how the pace goes at the state, I will provide more updates here if those are relevant. Building Bridges is a group that I'm really excited to be bringing back. So this is a group that the city, the Chamber, Madison College, and Watertown Unified School District, we work together on building bridges to bridge the gap between our students and our labor force. We've done a couple of events. We'll be meeting next week, which is exciting to be able to plan what the next work for that committee will be. So I'll report back on that. We'll also be announcing in October a formalized business retention and expansion program. Our team here has been really working a lot at formalizing that. We've been doing it kind of informally for a couple of years, but there's some really great add-ons to that program, so watch for an announcement on that in just a couple of weeks. We are going to be working internally next week, and then we'll present to the licensing board in October some code revisions that pertain to outdoor entertainment. So we made a change, I think in February-ish, to allow outdoor entertainment in a bigger way. We really didn't have a whole lot of opportunity here. And we've had some great success with the ordinance we've had, and we've had some things that have been brought up as concerns as well. So we want to make sure that we continue to evaluate that. When we passed it, we said we would give it a season to see how it went and then make revisions if necessary. So we will be taking any potential revisions to the licensing board in October. If you call City Hall, we have a new phone tree. So I have to do my duty for the sake of my team and tell you, please do not just hustle up and press 0. Please listen to the phone tree, press the right button to get to the right department. We've been focused in my time here on creating efficiencies in our operation, and this is just another example of one small thing that can save a ton of time. So help us out, listen to the phone tree, and then that'll get you to the right department. On our recreation front, I wanted to highlight a couple of events I mentioned a few weeks ago, but the deadlines are drawing near for registration. The daddy-daughter activity is October 22nd, and they shared this week that it'll be an evening of fall and Pocahontas themed events. And then if you're like me and you just have boys, the mother-son event is October 15th, and this will be somewhat of a version of a small version of a county fair. So I presume games and activities you'd see at the fair. And then the fall family activity bingo. This is all fall activities that you can do individually, with the family, with your friends, and submit those for a prize. On the COVID front, just an announcement that Jefferson County has been able to secure the National Guard again for testing. We are experiencing testing supply shortages here in the community. We're also experiencing higher levels of capacity and the limitations on that in our health systems regionally and locally. So testing is a critical part, and the Jefferson County Health Department is offering free COVID-19 testing on Saturday from 9 to 1, and they're doing that at their health department. There's information on our Facebook page if you're looking for more detail. On the job front, we have some really leader-based positions open here at the city, and we'd love for you to be a part of our leadership team. The street department superintendent is open. We're also hiring for a police officer, a police department, part-time dispatcher, and then part-time crossing guards. And then we also have a labor position open at the street department as well. You can apply for all of those really quickly online. Just go to our homepage and scroll down a little bit, and it'll be on your right-hand side. Tonight is homecoming, which I love. I mean, I'm small town, I guess, in that way, and we're doing Gosling Day here at the city. And it's just been awesome to see the drawings downtown and all the activities from all the schools throughout the week. So today at 4:15 is the homecoming parade, and then from the parade up until game time, which is at 7 o'clock, right at the high school, they'll be doing a cookout. It's $6 per person, and it gets you, it sounds like, a nice amount of food and just an opportunity to hang out outside as a community and then go into the football game at 7 o'clock. And then this weekend, there is a ton happening. Watertown Tourism had to do 2 posts because there are so many events happening this weekend. Some at some legacy businesses, some at some new businesses. We're doing the Donut Dash 5K here at City Hall and across the street at the St. Henry's parking lot at 9 a.m. The Relay for Life is on Sunday at Riverside Park. The long and short of it is there's a ton of stuff this weekend. So if you're looking for something to do, Watertown Tourism is the place for that information. That is all that I have. So have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.